Alright, good morning everybody. Sorry for being a tad late. I was having some technology problems. I don't know why the paint's still here. But today we are going to go ahead and get her finished up sewing. And I decided since I only need to sew like 4 or 5 things left on her, we're gonna go ahead and do her hair as well. And right after this stream, I'll be taking her photos. So, I got everything placed up the other day. I went ahead and sewed her pants, her boots, and somewhat her shirt on. So I got everything pinned in place, so all I have to do is sew, because I was really unsure in this area how that had to be. So yeah, and hello, if you're in here, I saw the little notification. Hi, if you are in here. I thought I heard something. Hello, welcome back. It's going really good. I'm just gonna finish up getting her sewn. And first on stream, I'm gonna be doing her hair as well, because this is probably gonna take at least 30 minutes to an hour. I know, I'm so happy I did the outfit justice, because I was so worried. And you'll see when I flip her over, which I've never done this before. The back is open. I've never done that before. Now, last time, the little bat wings, I know, I love them. And she's going to get even more little ones on her head. And I have... Where did it go? I was like, please tell me that didn't get lost, because that was like a pain in the butt to work. This is going to be her, her brochure on her chest. I had to make that, and that's going to be glued onto her chest afterwards. So I know I'm really happy how this turned out. Out of everything I was doing with this doll, it was this part right here that I wasn't sure of. But luckily I got in molds in to help with a lot of this, so I've been using a lot of these. So if I didn't have that, that would have really sucked and probably took a lot more time for me to get stuff done. Oh, one more thing before I start. If you hear a lot of movement in here and it doesn't look like I'm moving, I have a puppy dog in here under my desk. So, yeah, if you hear any movement or anything, we have a dog in here today. She's laying under my desk. So, with that being said, we're gonna get started. I really like how she turned out, and hopefully I'll do the hair justice too. But, yeah, when I painted Saturday, I was supposed to be back Friday, but I got a 24-hour bug, so that's why I wasn't back Friday. We have a little assistant today. Yes, we do. Got a little buddy in here today. She'll sometimes sneak in and lay under my desk, and I won't know she's under my desk until I put my feet down. Because I'll sit crisscross until I put my feet down. And she'll scare me because I'm like, what's furry under my desk? Oh, it's the puppy dog. Hi there. I I don't know. It's something my family had, and then I caught it Thursday night. Like, I started feeling really bad Thursday night, and then Friday morning I woke up and I felt like I got hit by a truck, and I was like, I'm gonna lay in bed all day. I don't feel good. So, and I dealt with some sickness too. I'm just gonna leave it as that. But, I'm feeling better though. By Saturday, I felt a lot better. Like, dealing with a little bit of the aftermath of being sick. Like, you feel a lot better, but, like, you still feel a little blah because you were sick. But, yeah. So, yeah, I was supposed to be back Friday painting, but I did it Saturday night instead. Oopsie. So... but I feel fine now. At least it was 24 hours. It was anywhere between 24 hours or 48 hours, so at least mine was 24 hours. I didn't have to deal with it that much. But I have no clue what type of bug. It was one that was going around, making its waves around. So, because my parents got it first, and then my brother caught it, and then me. So it was a whole family affair at that point. I'm going to also add a little bit of glue at the top of her shirt here, just to make sure it doesn't move around too much. So I use a mixture of, if we're sewing needles and glue, hot glue to be exact, just to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to be and not shifting too much or anything like that. And it keeps the thread in place too. Did you make the bat wings with resin? Yes, I did. Yep, these were made out of resin. The little brochure was made out of epoxy scope. And the little, I guess hair accessories. Let me find them real quick. These that are going to be going in her hair today. These were also resin. And I have a resin powder that I use to make them with, so I just brushed it a little bit of black resin powder where like the bony part would be, and I mixed like a reddish black powder. Basically, I mixed two colors together to get this, and it's the same exact way for her wings here. I didn't exactly have red powder. I had like a pinkish, like it was going on red, but it was still pink type color. So I just threw a little bit of black in there just to help darken it a little bit more too. But yeah. So I'm really excited getting her done today. I had to fix her shoes, actually, because her shoes did not look like this. I just glued some fabric around. That was going to be really hard to sew, because how the shoe was. I did it with her pants attached to it, and it looked like she was wearing little footy pajamas. And I was like, I don't want that for her. So I changed it last night while I was getting this painted and in between drying and such. I was working on that. What is the bump inside the pants? The bump? I'm assuming you mean like right here. That's where the leg is. So there's the leg right here. And there could be a little bit of fabric built up too. But the leg's there and it's attached to her shoe. And I'll do a full close-up of her after I get everything showing, just to show her off a little bit more. But yeah, her leg is right here. So if you're seeing this bump, this is her leg. So it's just how I sewed it on too. Since in her drawing, this whole part is basically like thigh-high boots. And, so this was the only way I could think of making it look right without looking like, as I said, footy pajamas. So, yeah, if you're seeing a little bump here or even up here, it's where the arm and, where the wrist connects to the arm and then the ankle connects to the leg, basically. I'm going to bring this down a little bit because I feel like you can't see what I'm exactly doing. So we're going to make it super duper bright in here. But, yeah. One thing I eventually want to do, excuse me if I hit my mic, is figure out how to make this look a little more flesh to, like I said, ankle to leg and like, wrist to arm, basically. I eventually want to make that a little bit more smoother out, but I am still learning. I'm still figuring this out, so of course there's always room to improve and learn how to do that too, of course. This part could be a little tricky because I'm trying to get exactly what I wanted to do. So when I have it opening up like this, when I have the fabric fold, I tried to sew into it. So when I go to tie it off, it's hidden in there and you're not seeing it. So I have 3 pairs of size scissors right by me. I have really big ones, medium-sized ones, and really itty-bitty tiny ones. I don't know why I use 3 different pair of scissors right by me right now. So, and what I'm gonna do, take my tweezers, tuck that inside of there, adjuster, like so. I don't know why the dog's barking. Hey man, welcome back in. We're getting her done today. Woof woof woof. I told you we're gonna have some puppy dog commentary probably. I had a puppy dog laying in here with me and then the other one started barking and she left me. There's something exciting going on. What? I don't know. Oh, she's back. Hi, Cornmeal. What are you doing? You're fine. Come on, come lay down. She looked at me like, what do you want? I'm like, just leave me alone. So, I'm gonna work on... I'll go ahead and do her sleeves real quick. Get her sleeves sewn real quick. But I got her her paint all finished up. I'll show her face off real quick actually. But oh, that's really bright. Hold on. But I think her face looks really good. I was able to figure out the makeup. I just painted her head black, so when I put her hair on today, because we're going to do her hair too this morning. I know, I'm really glad how she turned out. I'm very happy. So, and there's her shoes. This is the only way I could do her shoes without looking weird. I was talking about how I had to fix her shoes yesterday because the way I did it the first time around made it look like she was wearing little footy pajamas. And I didn't like how that looked, so I changed it. Just gonna zoom you guys in just a tad. There we go. But, whoopsie. Yeah. As I said, I won't post her straight away. I'll go ahead and start working on the werewolf after this. And then, once we give this to a gift, so hopefully by, not this weekend, but next weekend, we'll, get it to him. I'm trying to think what would be the easiest way to do this. I want to start off at the top. That'll probably be better if I go up than down than up. So we're gonna do that instead. Sorry if this is a little off camera. But yeah, because we just got all the stuff in for her shadow box. It's gonna look super cool. It's gonna look so cool. So I'm gonna get her photos done today shortly after the stream. And then I'll take photos of her in the shadow box because we're gonna put a stand in there and we gotta use her as a oh, clearly she's gonna be in there, so she has to be used as her guidance and such. And what I was thinking of doing, if we're gonna do that a little bit more often, I'm planning on making like a dummy doll that will go into it, like around that size and such, that will go into it and use it as a guider, basically. Not the best way of sewing, but I'm not a seamstress, so for me, if it works, it works. But how was your guys' day? Because I know it's nighttime for you guys, so how was your guys' day going into the night for you guys? I finally got some energy to do art. It was raining quite a bit, so I like it. Sounds like two great things. That's awesome. What are you trying to draw up? Trying to get drawn, and I love the rain. I love it so much, especially at night. It's so relaxing feeling. I think we're actually supposed to get some rain this weekend, too. Hopefully it cools us off again, because we're, like, today is supposed to be in the 80s, and, like, all last week was, like, 60s. So, I want it to rain. I like the rain. I'm just gonna move her just a tad, so I can get a better angle on her. Because when I get up here, it's going to be a little tricky. I'm drawing some type of aura manifestation for Spawn. Ooh! That sounds really cool. Can't wait to see that. I don't remember if I asked this to you before. I think I have, and if I've had, I'm sorry if I'm repeating my question, but what's your favorite type of I guess who do you like drawing the most? Because I know you do like a mixture of like mixture of superheroes. I saw you draw some Godzillas. So what is your most favorite to draw, I guess? And for Godspeedy, I believe you draw too. What's your favorite thing to draw? Yeah, mostly comet related. It looks your comet ones are really cool looking. I like how we're having this talk when this is basically based off of a comic book, a superhero from a comic book. I should go grab that book again that I showed off Saturday night and pull up her page and do a side-by-side when she's done. And I've been taking photos of her throughout this progress, and I will post those as soon as I'm give them it. Oops. I swear, if there's a mosquito in here, I'm gonna have problems with it. Because I'm all of a sudden getting really itchy. I'm gonna have problems with it, I swear. I'm gonna move her arm out like this so I can do this final part. So if this is a little hard to see, sorry. It's just the way how this wing is. Can make it a little hard to do it. And I can't exactly move those either. So we got one sleeve done. I gotta get it glued in place real quick. And we'll move on to the other sleeve, and all we have to do left is sew her skirt part on. And I think what I'm gonna do, because how this is, I'm probably gonna glue it, but I'll see when I flip her over. I'll see what I have to do real quick before I do that. Because there's just sometimes it's better to glue instead of sew sometimes. Especially if it's in a really smaller area. I don't like how this is poking out. Hold on. I think it look better like that. Hold on. Now, since her sleeve is not attached or anything, I'm not too worried about this part. Let me zoom back out. There we go. Not too worried about it sticking to anything. And I'm going to come down here and glue this as well. Why are you unfocused? Focus back in. Come on. Gotta focus, man. Focus, camera. Come on. Come on. So we got one sleeve done, the same for the other. Oh wow, this is gonna be fun trying to clean off earlier or later. I didn't think about this type of fabric. So move on to the next arm. So I will be back after the stall. I'm going to take a few days off. I'm going to help my mom get the shadow box done for sure. I'll be back on Monday. I don't know what day that is. Hold on. What day is Monday? The 13th. So I'll be back on the 13th. And we will start working on our werewolf. And that week I'll be doing that. It's the week I start college too. Or start my class. Not starting college. So yay! School for me! But at least right now it's one class for the spring, and I'll post another schedule for the springtime, for spring semester. I'll be taking 3 classes. During the spring, and it'll probably be like that for summer too, because I'm gonna go ahead and go through the summer as well. And all I'll have to do left is one class for next fall. So hopefully, if everything goes as planned, I'll be done by next fall. If not, it'll be, depending on how it goes, it will probably be next spring. So I need a column after this actually. By the way, out of all the dolls I have sewn and made outfits for and such, and it's so funny because I thought this would be one of the most complicated, or most one that was going to give me the most problems because of that stomach region. This one's been the easiest. I'm not even joking. This is like 2 days of work. This one's been very easy for me to do. Out of all the ones I've sewn, like ball gowns, one with pants, just like those different ones I've made. This one has been the easiest. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm coming back from after taking a really long break. But this one's been super easy to make. Barely any problems. As I said, the only thing I had to fix was her shoe part. That you can't even see me pointing at. Was her shoe part, and that was the only thing I had to fix was her shoes. So, woohoo! I guess. Even from sculpting and stuff, she wasn't too bad doing, but that was me itching to get back to sculpting and such, too. I'm gonna reposition her so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, is this one more lower down? It is. Dang it. It's okay. My tummy's talking again, sorry. It's thundering outside, so it's most definitely not me. Sorry if this does get a little hard to see. Hold on. Oh, I didn't pin this right. That's what's going on. Fun. Of course, I said this was the easiest doll to make, and now it's giving me problems. I'm gonna try. I was thinking of this. I'm gonna try when I gift this to him, if I don't forget. I'm going to try to record his reaction. Not only if he's okay for me to post, but also just for me to have, because I'm really excited to give this to him. I really am. That kind of hurt. Ow. I really should have sent this down before gluing it to her back, but oh well. We live and we learn. I have not had breakfast yet. No, I was trying to get this set up, and my computer went wonky on me, so I was sitting here trying to figure out what was going on. Just trying it out. I needed to be restarted. Oops. But I figured this was going to be a bit of a shorter stream today because how much I was needing to get done. Because I'm almost done at 30 minutes. So have you drinking/eating anything this morning? Yes. I have drinking some water. And I had... Sorry. Excuse me. And I had a little thing I was munching on. What was it? A little, we had little, shit, what is that called? Little breakfast breads things. Not toast, but they're like little, breakfast breads. I cannot think of the name of them. I can't eat first thing in the morning, so that's why I usually wait until afternoon for me to eat. Or I'll snack on something just to have something, but I can't eat first thing in the morning. Not usually. Shit. But I knew, this wasn't going to be that long, so I didn't want to have too much on my tummy. but I know what I'm gonna eat after this. It's gonna be a very yummy breakfast wrap. What's up? Oh yeah, what's up? Ow. Ow! That's hot. I watched Together over this weekend. Was it any good? I heard it's very body horror-esque. Was it any good? It was very good? Okay. Yeah, because I was hearing it was super good, and I know it was dealing with body horror. Well, clearly body horror related. And I like some body horror movies. Depending what they are. If it's, like, required, deserved, basically. So. Kind of Hoshamish. Really? Huh. I wouldn't have thought that. Cause I know it's a couple, correct? It's like a couple that some type of natural force kind of pulling them together type thing. What I'm thinking, going back to the breakfast thing. Such a weird and unique concept. I heard that, and that's why I want to kind of watch it, because I'm into the weird. I'm into the as I said, body horror to an extent. But yeah, I didn't know if that would be the going back to the breakfast thing. I think if I can get myself up in the morning. This is just me thinking out loud. Since I'm gonna start doing more morning streams coming up here soon. Let's start this side first. I think we have some. There's like little breakfast protein shakes that I used to drink in the morning, and they haven't been too bad on my stomach, not too hard. Am I going to be able to sew this one? Well, that's a problem. My sewing needle came off. Where's my pliers? But start doing. Oh, hi, Cardinal. Sorry, baby. I didn't realize you were behind me now. But start. I'm gonna throw stuff at you, Cardinal. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry, baby. Hold on. Doggy pat break. I gotta pet the dog. It is required in the stream. If there's a dog in a stream, we gotta pet it. But drinking some those breakfast shakes for me, because I used to do that just to have something. And I can drink it while I stream too. But that's if I get up in enough time in the morning to do that. She is almost done. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see her all together. But before I do her hair, I gotta clean off my table. So you guys are gonna get a little cleaning session today as well. Oops. I gotta wipe down my table, so I think I've talked about this before. In between, like, sculpting and painting and even do this, I'll wipe down the table just to pick up any paint that may get off the table, gotten on the table, clay, because I don't want anything sticking to her clothes or sticking to the painted parts that I worked so hard painting. So we're gonna get a little cleaning session real quick after this. And I cleaned a lot off the other day, so it's not going to be too long. Gonna style some hair, and then right after the stream, I'm gonna get her photos taken. So. I don't think I would have to glue the back of this if this is tight enough. I don't think I'll have to worry about that. Oh, Godspeedy, what did you have for dinner? I was meaning to ask you that. What did you have for dinner? I had a fried egg and spinach with spicy peanut sauce. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. It sounds very yummy. Ooh. That sounds really good, actually. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me really hungry here in a minute. You're gonna make my tummy start talking more. Yeah, I was meaning to ask you that, but I was answering your question. I was like, oh, grumble, yep. That's what I said. I'm gonna start doing probably, because we should have, little protein shakes, not protein shake, breakfast shakes in the morning. Cause I'll get up in the morning and I'm either just not that hungry in the morning, or I don't know why, but my mom gets that way. What's a breakfast shake? So it's like, it's basically just a shake, but it's not as heavy on your stomach like a shake would be, like an ice cream shake, but it has more proteins and, things in them. So people who maybe have to get to work and don't have time to make breakfast or stop somewhere to get breakfast, they can grab one of those and drink it on the way to work, and it helps them stay full in the morning. So it helps you get something in your tummy, basically, without like having to eat and such. Best way to put it. What's the different protein shakes? the protein shakes are more for working out. And the only reason I keep on saying that, there is some breakfast shakes that have protein in it. So that's why I keep on saying protein shakes. But protein is more for working out. It just helps you get, protein in your system. And such. So, I gotta see. Let me see. I'll probably grab a bottle and show you what I mean. If I have one nearby me. What breakfast shakes taste like? Oh, there's different flavors. There's chocolate, there's vanilla. I'm sure there's like cereal tasting kind. I prefer the chocolate because the vanilla has a really weird aftertaste to me. Chocolate's just a little bit more tasty. It literally tastes like you're drinking a chocolate milk. So, but the vanilla, I tried the vanilla before. It tastes like, and I don't like cereal either. I don't, and when I do eat cereal, I don't like milk with my cereal. It tastes exactly like that, with a really weird aftertaste afterwards. So I don't like the vanilla, but I prefer the chocolate because it tastes exactly like a chocolate milk. I eat dry cereal too. Let's go! My fiance makes fun of me for that, and it's like, I just can't. I've always been like that, like a kid. I literally just can't. I just can't do it. I think it comes down to the texture for me. If it gets soggy, I can't eat it. But my fiance makes fun of me. I don't like mushy textures of cereal. Yeah! I can't do a lot of mushy textures. Like, I don't like beans for that reason. Because it being mushy. I think it's mushy. There's certain foods I don't think I would be able to eat because I would think it's a mushy texture. Which is funny to say because I like eggplant. And eggplant can be considered a mushy texture. And I like avocado, too, but I can't eat, after a while, depending on how the avocado is. Like, if it's guac or cut up, or whatever, but if I'm eating it by itself, after a while I can't eat it, because the texture starts getting to me. So... that's probably, and to be fair, the reason why I don't like cereal with milk, because the mushiest. Have you tried? No, I don't know what that is. What is that? Hold on, now I'm curious. Hold on, we're taking a break. We're taking a break before we start getting her hair done, because she's all sewn up. Hold on. What is that? Oh, avocado. No, I have not had avocado juice. I didn't know it could be a juice. Is it any good? If you had it? Alright, I'm gonna take this off, see how this sits on her. Oh, that's fine. That should be fine. That's not too bad. Alright, I am going to clean up real quick. Hold on. Because I gotta wipe all this down. I gotta do a deep cleaning. Yes, and you can drink it with chocolate syrup. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to try it. We'll see if I like it. Actually, I think I've seen people before with like shakes or smoothies and stuff will put avocado in there and they're like, you really don't taste it. So, I'll have to try it. Because avocado is a very healthy fat. So it just helps them get that nutrients they need. So I'll have to try it. Yeah, it's kind of like a smoothie. Okay. I'll have to see if I'm sure there probably is. see if it's at the store or something. One day I'll have to try it. Cause I don't mind smoothies. I don't mind shakes too much. So I'll have to try it. I'll try with a little bit of chocolate, see if it's any good. Find a new weird craving of mine. Okay, so give me one moment. She's gonna go bye-bye for a moment. I've tried making it myself at home. I can't even make it taste. Oh, I hate it. So, I hate that you try to remake stuff at home because you really want it, but it's never going to be the same like at the store or at a restaurant. Like, you try your hardest and it's like, it's not as good as I had it before. So, I know. And that's the sucky part. Like, you look so forward to try it, and you do all that hard work just for it to suck. I just remember how I went to get lunch, and a friend asked me to get her an orange and apple juice, so I got her one orange and one apple drink. It never occurred to me she wanted a mixture drink juice. Huh. I've never heard of that. I can say I've never heard of that. Now I'm gonna try all these different things you guys are saying and see if they're any good. Oh, I should move more stuff out of the way. I can't fully clean because I got laptop and I got other things on here, so quick little cleaning section. Sorry. I'm wondering if that's any good now. I love apple juice. I also like orange juice. Unless it gives me bad heartburn. The acidity will sometimes come back up and burn my esophagus, so. But I like them both. Yeah. I don't think it would be that bad, because, I've eaten apples and oranges together, so I don't think juices would be bad. Maybe, I don't know. I'll try it. Mixed balance. Oh, I love dragon fruit. I'm a big fruit person, by the way. Like strawberries, grapes, stuff like that. I love it. I like veggies too, but I'm a big fruit person. And after that, she never asked me to get her drinks anymore. I was like, well, I didn't know. I didn't realize you wanted to mix it together. But mental note for next time, I guess. Alright, so how dry is this? This is pretty dry, so we're gonna get her hair done. Now, I'm gonna keep this over light on. Let's see. I don't think it would be too bad. So here's her hair. I gotta untangle it. Excuse me. So, I don't think I've ever shown how I've done the hair. I think this is literally the first time I've ever shown how I've done this. So, we're gonna see how this goes. I gotta pull up her photo for her hair, actually. But, who's ready to see me burn my fingers off? Okay. I gotta grab this stuff. I literally use hairspray for the doll's hair. All the doll has hair. All the dolls I've made has hair, some form of hairspray in their hair. I find it a bit easier to use than like trying to make my own concoction to use. Oh, I got to put her brochure on. Hold on, let's do that real quick. I realized I'm forgetting. I forgot to do something really important for her, which is her brochure. Gotta glue that on. So this is the little brochure I made her. If nobody got to see at the beginning. I just made this out of epoxy scope, and I had a little bat mold I used to do this, so I really wish you can see the face on there, because the face is really detailed. So I'm gonna get this glued on her, and hopefully it will stay. Okay, I don't know if anybody in here has worked with hot glue before, but I absolutely hate the hot glue strings. Like, I cannot stand it, so. But I was watching somebody, I don't remember who, and I wish I'll give them credit, but I just generally don't remember who, used a lint roller to clean up any hot glue strands. I was like, that's so smart. Never thought of that. So, making sure everything is just fine real quick. Hold on. Okay, so oh, I need to glue that on a little bit more. I hate the strings too, but looky, I like playing with hot glue guns. I used to as a kid. I would have such a fascination playing with hot glue guns. I don't know why, but I had such a fascination with it. My mom was like, "Stop it! You're gonna burn yourself." Because if you didn't know, I've talked about it before. My mom makes a form of dolls too. Not like this, but she does a form of dolls. She'll take baby dolls and make, like, dresses out of fabric. She's crocheted dresses. So, she used a lot of hot glue gun. A lot of hot glue to make these. And I used to play with it all the time. My mom's like, you're gonna burn yourself. Stop. Like, no. I will learn the hard way, mother. Just gluing this down a little bit more because I feel like this will fly off if I don't. But yeah, I hate the strings so much. And I wish I remember where I learned that technique, because I'm like, that's so smart. So. But alright, with that being said, let's get her hair on. So, because we're not even an hour in. Like I said, this is just for me to kill a little bit more time. I wanted to stream again before she was gifted away. So I'm going to try to put her in a way so you guys can see what I'm going to do. So, I call this the sad position because they look really sad. Because the way I have to angle them to get the back of their head, they just look sad. They just look like they're putting their head down. They're very sad. So, let me pull her drawing up real quick before I start. Okay, so the bangs are going to be something. So before I do this, I just kind of measure out how long strands are going to be so I can cut them and adjust it as I go. Because I make all different type sizes and such for my west. That's what they call wisp. So. And the black. I usually paint the hair color to the color of the yarn or what I'm using for their hair. Only because if there's like a low ball patch, it's not noticeable. So here's the fun fact thing. I've never done not bangs. Well, no, I've never done bangs. Not really. Or have I done pigtails? So this is going to be really, really interesting to do. Alright. But right now, all I'm doing is layering up the back of the head. I usually start on the back of the head. And then I'll move up. And the more I move up, the more I'll have to do some tricks and stuff just to make it look like the hair. It's natural hair, basically, how your hair sits on your head. So, right now, I'll just start in the back and I'll move up. And I'll take this time to also move on up to the front too. I make these little bangs. I'm gonna cut this actually because I thought her bangs were straight across, and it's not. It really is not. So I gotta do this separately. So I'm gonna flip her around real quick. Because I want to make sure I'm doing this bang part right. I should have cut that a little shorter, but it's okay. Yeah, it'd be best if I do it that way. So her bang part is almost it's almost like my bang part, almost how my bangs sit. So it's like it's almost cut in half type thing, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what you call it. Oh, well, come back here, my dear. I feel like I need to have more right there. I thought I had another shorter one. Apparently you don't. And I'll cut this too. I'm gonna sew and cut it too. Right now I'm just getting it on. And I'll fix it as I go. That's gotta be the best part of doing that. Okay, so that's how she's looking so far. She looks great. Gotta get... Oh yeah, I forgot her ears are really covered. First, and so I don't know what her ears look like, so I was really guessing when I was sculpting her ears. Hot glue strings, go away. Someone needs to make hot glue or there can't be hot glue strings. Make it easier for artists. Okay, so... Alright, so since I got her front done, because I forgot how her bangs are, I needed them to be in such a specific way. So, and I'll come back around. I'll be coming back around to do it. I mean, it's like saying cheese melt without cheese string. That is true. Fair point. Fair point. You got a fair point. That is true. I just don't like it when I'm trying to work on like something like this and it's just, it gets in my way and I'm like, where's my camera? There we go. Oh yeah. It sure is. I am so excited to see her all done. I really am. Hey, basically, I started her last week on Monday, so I got her done in a week. Not too bad. I didn't think she was gonna be that easy to do either. I thought she was gonna be a little tricky. Oh, honestly, so apparently I was wrong. I can't hear your redeem sound. Should there be any sound? There is. It's from the Emperor's New Groove saying, "Oh yeah, it's all coming together." I'm trying to figure out how to make it louder. I know. I am trying to make it louder. I'm trying to find a audio clip a lot louder than the one I found. So I'm working on it. Because I realized it was really quiet during streams, and I was like, oh, I don't want it to be that quiet, so I'm just gonna find one that just blares it out, scares everybody in here. So, because I was actually looking at that the other day, because I realized it was really quiet. So, I'll look at that more today, too, because I don't like how quiet it was. And it's full volume, too. I put it all the way up full volume, and it's still really quiet. So, I'll have to find a louder audio clip. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, that's the funny thing. I did too. Um, so I do want to find a really much louder audio clip because I had that sitting for a while in my sound folder, and from the desktop it sounds really loud, but here on stream it's really quiet. So I'm gonna go look for a louder one. So I'm gonna adjust it more. How you see my tummy now? See my tum. So yeah, I'm gonna look for a much louder audio clip than that. Because I don't think the music's too loud. I'm gonna say I'm probably a bit louder than the music. So, try to find a happy balance of everything else. Especially for the sounds and such, because... No, it's perfect volume now. Awesome. I know a few streams back I had to adjust it with you, so I'm glad it's sounding good now. I've always had that problem, just because I'm a very quiet talker. So I have to really, especially for streaming, I have to adjust a lot of my stuff so people can hear what I'm saying. Because I am very quiet. I've had to repeat myself a few times to people because they didn't hear what I said. It was funny speaking on that. When... If you didn't know, I used to be a lifeguard and swim instructor. And when I was taking my swim instructing class, they told me I needed to be louder. I said, this is how loud you're going to get from me. I said, I can scream at you and you're not going to hear me. Like, it's just not going to happen. I did well. I mean, I did what I could, but yeah, I'm very quiet. I am. It's something I've always dealt with in my life. So this was the part I was talking about. As I said, it probably was, but it was probably me. It was most likely me. It was also probably the mask I was wearing too. Because my brother had watched because I posted a video of it, and my brother said, it's like, you're really quiet during that. You need to get a better mask. I'm like, I know. I know. So, I'm looking at different masks to wear. Because I think... what I'm gonna do after I get these two made. It needs to be normal right there. Sorry. I completely forgot what I was saying. I'll come back to me. But I think I was saying the mask I was wearing is very bulky. So it can make it very hard to hear me speak. And I do plan on continuing to doing the just chatting streams, and I was thinking right after these two, I'll hop on and talk, just talk in general. Talk about different things, but also go over like what I liked about the doll I made, what I wish I would have done differently. Just things like that, basically. I think that's what I was gonna say. Who knows? So. I'm about to run out of West. I am. I gotta go cut the other ones. It's okay. This happens sometimes. Actually, wait. I think I have a baggie of like pre-cut ones already glued. Hold on. I'll have to go look. So sometimes I overdo it on these, and sometimes I underdo it. It just depends what I think is gonna fit on the doll and such. So. But I always have a little left over just in case I need to make more. Okay, so this is the part that I need to start doing folding and stuff. So, as you see me just sticking it down, gluing it down, what I will do here, just to give an example, is that I'll take my wisp, and depending where I need it, I'll put it down somewhere and I'll just fold it over. Like so. And it almost creates like a part in the hair. I know that's a little hard to see, but there's like a part here on the hair that I need. And it will create it, make it look smoother. I don't have to worry about any of these parts showing. It just makes it look a little bit better. So. Actually, I may have enough here to do this. I'll have to see. Let's see. But I am going to start on the sides first because it's easier for me to do. This looks horrifying. I know, it's in the awkward stage. I promise it gets better. I promise once I get it styled and stuff. I know, it looks a little weird at first, but I gotta get it styled. They all would look like this. No, I mean, it's like a human head. Gotta... Oh, yeah, no, fair point. Yeah, it kind of does look like that. You gave me an idea. You just gave me an idea. Brain blast. Yep, Jimmy Neutron brain blast. Like, oh, that would be so cool as a doll. I want to do like a Two-Face type looking doll where Tell Me from Jinji Ichu. I want to do a doll like that. I have always thought of doing that for Halloween, but this upcoming Halloween, but the way my schedule is going, it's going to be best for me to do what I'm gonna do. So, see, nice even part. I know, yeah, my favorite character. I almost wore that shirt today too. I have a shirt with her face on it. And I almost wore it this morning, but I was like, nah, it's a little warmer out, so I'm gonna put on sweatpants and a tank top. Because that makes sense to me at the time. But yeah, I wanted to do a doll like that because I think that would be so cool to do. Because I've done the two-headed dolls before. So I think I'm confident that I can do that. Maybe, I hope so. Actually, this is a perfect amount, honestly. I thought I was going to be a little short some, but I'm not. So I gotta get... hold on, how do I want to do this? Do I want to cut the hair first, or do I want to get her hair and pigtails? I gotta do the front real quick. Actually. Okay, I'll hold on. Go get your tea. Actually, I don't think this turned out too bad, so I have exactly 3 strands left. That's exactly how much hair I have left here. So right now, I am going to style this in a way where you can't really see that front part as much. I gotta take a photo of this because she looks a little silly right now. Take a photo real quick, hold on. You're looking a little goofy. Okay. Gotta pull her photo back up so we can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go grab the book real quick, so I'll be right back. Let her sit for a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, so, where do I want to put this? I'll put it right here. So, we grab this. We still have the puppy dog in here. The puppy's dog. Oh, hold on. So what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna trim her hair down just a bit. We are now doing her haircut. Yes, we are. I'm just getting it styled in a way real quick where it's covering up that front part real quick. What haircut are we doing? So I'm gonna follow the haircut that she has here. So it's almost like a little bit of a longer bob with bangs. So what I'm gonna actually do first, so if you didn't know, this was pretty cool. I actually learned this from another doll I'll say doll maker, but he takes like Barbie dolls and stuff and revamps them. And I learned this from him. He's on YouTube. His name is Hexian. So if you do a cut, like if you just cut it, it's gonna look straight. So when you cut something, it cuts up straight. But if you use an eyebrow razor, It looks a little more jagged. It looks more natural. So I'm going to use a mixture of a pair of scissors and this. And I'll show you what I mean. So she's going to have to be laying down at some points. But I'm going to cut it to where I need it. And I'll go back through with my eyebrow razor and give it more of a natural jagged look almost. Because with her hair, when we grow it out, if we haven't just gotten it cut, when we grow it out, there's so many different lengths to it. And it looks more natural that way. So that's why I go through and trim it just a bit. Yeah. Kind of giving it layers. Yep, exactly. So, I'm going to do her bangs real quick because the way her bangs are. So, just going to do her bangs real quick. I am not a hairstylist either, so. By the way, I didn't learn how to use a hair straightener until I was like 18. And hair curlers, so if that tells you anything about me. So, I'm just getting it down to about the right length. And she does have almost like a smaller part of it, but it goes into the longer length, so I gotta go find that small part again. So, about right here. And as I said, I'll show her photo at the very end to do a comparison. Maybe. But I feel like for me, I should have learned at like at least 16 and such, but I'm not a girly girl. I mean, I know how to dress up when it calls for it, but I'm just not a girly girl, so I've never been interested in doing hair and stuff. Like, I really don't know how to braid hair, like my own hair. But when it comes to the dolls, yeah, I can do it just fine. But like on myself and everybody else, I can't do it. I literally just can't do it. So. So just with the eyebrow razor, I am just doing very slow motions just to get it cut properly. And just said I'll style this a little bit more, make it look better. But it was actually at the exact length I needed it at too, so. Yeah, I didn't cut it too short. And what I'm doing, I know you can't see it, I'm keeping my my ring and pinky finger on her chin, just to keep it in the angle I need it at, so she can't move right here, so. It looks like I'm being really rough with her, but I'm not. Oops. She's gonna fall backwards on me. That part doesn't look too bad. I think I'm just gonna do her bangs real quick, but I am probably gonna go ahead and put her hair in a ponytail. So I actually have the right length for her ponytails. Or pigtails. And if you see my hand reach down this way, there's a trash can right here that I'm tossing the little clumps into. If anybody was wondering. Okay, so let's do her pigtails real quick before I forget. Because that's a major part of her hairstyle. Ooh. So... So what I gotta really make sure here is almost keep like a balance type thing. This is really on the side of her head though. Let's see. I'm gonna brush this out real quick. Clip it there. I'll grab my other clip just in case I need it. So I am trying to get her hair styled in a way. Yeah, this is probably going to be my best bet. It's exactly like that. Yeah, that's going to be the best bet. Okay. Also, only problem working with yarn, all the yarn wants to go with it. So, it can be a little hard to work with. So we got one pigtail down. Yep, there's going to be an area that I need to glue a west pin to, but no worries. Let's get her hair styled first before I do that. And I'm just getting her other pigtail in real quick. If you just can't see what I'm doing. I'm just getting that other one in real quick. Yeah, there's some areas I need to go touch up with the other wisps, but I'll see what I can do with what I have on her hair before adding more on. Because I don't want to add too much where it looks awkward. Actually, just cutting the rubber off because it's going to be harder to take out because her pigtails are too high on her head than what they have in the photo, so. Maybe I should cut everything else before doing that. Because it is more. It is like that more, okay. Let's try this again. Whoops. I gotta get, yeah, there's really nothing I can put behind her right now. Yeah, sometimes just the hair alone can take me the longest to get a doll done on, just depending on their hairstyle and such. Do you need to get like a mini chair for those haircuts? Yeah, I need to get something for them to sit on. I thought of just getting a small chair just to put them in so they're not flopping around on me. Oh my goodness, I may just have to cut her hair. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut her hair. I really need to figure out the pigtails part, but I'll go ahead and get her hair cut. And then I'll come back to the pigtails. Maybe what I could do, since I do have some wisps left over, I'll make like a, little dolly salon chairs. That would be so cute. So what I'm gonna do, instead of keep on fighting with her pigtails, because I'm thinking of a much better way to do this without having to glue more to her head. Well, it will require gluing more to her head. Is, I bet somewhere there's some gimmick haircut places where you can sand and get a haircut. There probably is. I would not be surprised. There probably is. Probably for people who may be a little fidgety or something like that. That can't sit for very long. Maybe give them a place just to stand for a bit. So, hold on, my music stopped. Alright, there we go. I don't understand the concept of food restaurant. I don't understand that either. Like, dude, I just want to sit down and eat. I don't want to be bullied. So, I'm going to go ahead and finish up cutting her hair, but I will still show you the actual character still. I'll still do that, but I'll go ahead and finish up cutting her hair. Maybe some people like being bullied. Maybe, I don't know. I'll see those videos on like Instagram and stuff. I'm like, but why? Like, I just want people to be nice. It's probably for someone with whom you probably. You know what? We're not here to judge. But yeah, I want it like that. I was like, I just want to enjoy a meal, man. Actually, the way this cut came out is not too bad. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But most definitely up at the front, I had to do the, say, what standing barbers. I'm patient that. Yeah. There's some areas that I do need to go back through that I use with the eyebrow razor. It's really more up in the front of her face than like the back. Because there's like a lot of different layers up at the front of her face. So I'm gonna do that real quick at least. Oh, now I remember a video where they thought it would be funny to cut this dude's ponytail with a circle saw, and oh boy. Oh my! Oh my. Yeah. That would be... I want to be happy about that. Because I am funny with people touching my hair in the first place. Or my head in general. I would not have been happy about that. Especially right now when I'm trying to grow it out. She gonna take a nap. She gonna fall asleep. What about those kid barber chairs, but for adults? Maybe. That would be funny to see. Would I use it? Hell yeah. Do I care? No. The worst part is that the hair immediately got tangled. Oh my gosh. No. Oh my gosh. No. I would be throwing hands with somebody. That happened to me, I'm just saying. I would not be happy about that. I would want to sit on a couch or all get my hair cut. Me too. All I can picture with the hair getting tangled, oh, how painful that would be. Especially someone like me who grew up with really bad tangled hair and had to fight with just to brush my hair. I would not be a happy camper there. I'm just saying. Okay, what about a massage chair while getting your haircut? Dude? Is someone invented right now, please? Like, that would be so nice. It's like, I've seen the videos of like certain like haircut places do like a whole head spa thing, head massage and stuff. I'm like, please, I would love to have that just to get my hair cut. Probably be very expensive though. Oh, for sure. I would pass out too, man. They're gonna have to wake me up right after a haircut's done. But, oh, that would be so nice. Just get like a nice back massage while getting your hair cut with the massaging chair. Oh, that would be like the best thing in the world. Just to help you relax a little bit more. I'm just adding a little bit more layers to her hair real quick. I'm not going to be too worried about the back, honestly. But the front, I am, because there's so many different type of layers to her hair up at the front. But I am going to go work on her pigtails. I am going to go get something to eat, but I am going to go work on her pigtails after this. And style her hair better. I gotta get her hair sprayed and styled. But she's looking really good. I'm really glad she turned out. So her photos will come out as soon as possible once I gifted the doll. You got like a mini vacuum, right? Yes, I do. Got a mini vacuum. I have a little one, so throughout when I'm making the dolls and stuff, I'll vacuum the floor, which I'm about to do again after this. But it'll be a whole dolly hair salon with a person who's not really good at giving haircuts. But I do want to show this off real quick. I showed this off last stream. Without showing too much. No face reveal yet. Not happening yet. But I do want to show off her character. So this is who she is going to be. This is the character I based it off of. Instead, I still got to do her pigtail part. But I want to get some food. So this is basically in the stream, so she's almost done. I just got to get her hair done. And as I said, I have some leftover wefts that I'm going to do this in a little bit of an easier way to do her pigtails. Instead of trying to tie it and it looking weird and starting over 20 times. So this is the character, and then her story's right here. This is a little basic summary. She is a pop star. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense, because the outfit makes more sense on what she is and such. So I'm gonna get her finished up today and still get her photos done. But I'm really glad how she turned out. I'm super happy, and I can't wait to get her hair finished up too. So, but I can tell I need a break. So I'm gonna go get some food, take a break. So That's it. I didn't want this to be a really, really, really short stream. I will go and enjoy my lunch. I'm gonna go have a tasty egg burrito sandwich thing. Go make it and eat that. Enjoy it. But I thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it as always. Her photos will come out as soon as possible. I'm not gonna say when because I'm not sure when. Yep, yummy sandwich. I'm gonna enjoy it too. I'm threatening myself to enjoy a sandwich. But I'll be back Monday the 13th with the next doll, which is gonna be our werewolf, our little Danny. Just a heads up, I'll show it off real quick. No, thank you for joining me as always. I always appreciate it. Just to let everybody know real quick. I did pre-bake his head. So, only for the reason for this part right now. Because his mouth is going to be open. So, next time you join me, there's going to be that little difference there. But we're going to still get him sculpted and such, like always. So, there was a reason I did that, and I'll explain more on Monday. But, thank you guys for joining me. I will get her photos out as soon as possible. There's no guarantees when. It's just going to be right after I gift the doll. So, it's going to probably be sometime next week, hopefully. Or maybe this week. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, I thank you for everybody for coming to join me. I had a lot of fun this stream. I'm glad I was able to make it a little bit longer because I didn't want to do a 30-minute stream and go, oh, I gotta go do her hair now. So at least I can show that process a little bit, how I do her hair typically, and how I do it and such. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get some food. I'll come back and get her done and get her photos taken. So with that being said, thank you, and I hope everybody has a wonderful morning, evening, and night. Bye-bye!